Nevada. It's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders taking on Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. The atmosphere here, electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, a new season finally here. We had the great one Thursday night. All sorts of intrigue in the games yesterday, and now we put a bow on this first weekend with a good one here tonight.
We do put a spotlight on key games, don't we? Even key nights. Thursday night has become a spotlight night. How about Sunday night? But there still is some magic to playing on Monday night, and these two teams are feeling it.
And able to get this out to the 25. The Ravens offense set to take over and led by a man still just in his fourth season in the NFL, the 2019 MVP, Lamar Jackson.
The best numbers that Lamar Jackson possesses is that his team wins the vast majority of games that he starts at quarterback. But in addition, 2,900 yards rushing in his career. They know how to build around him and play to his strengths.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 19 yards right off the bat. And a quick first down. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Four yards the pickup, 1st down. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. Breaks a tackle. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. This is Edwards. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. And, Charles, we get a look here at the key inactives. And I tell you what, a big list for being this early in the season.
If there's any silver lining at all, you're hoping you can get these guys back, and now you'll play well down the stretch with them. But what you're also hoping is that the guys who have to play for them, the next man up mentality kicks in, and those guys take care of business.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6. Here's Jackson. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Sammy Watkins from 17 yards out. And the Ravens are on the board here first in the season opener. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Raiders getting ready to go to work for the first time, and they're led by their quarterback in his 8th season now in silver and black, Derek Carr.
And the rumors were pretty strong that teams asked about him in the offseason. But for once, got a pretty firm not available from the Raiders. Now in his 8th season as a Raider, still yet to appear in a playoff game. But last year, really solid numbers again. A 3rd straight 4,000-yard campaign, 27 touchdowns, just 9 interceptions, and the highest analytical rating of his career. Derek Carr is one of the top quarterbacks in the NFL.
Marcus Peters up to make the tackle. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Here's Carr. Complete to his running back, Kenyon Drake. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. Derek Carr, very precise thrower of the football. What's the game plan for going up against him? You know, it used to be take away the short stuff, I know, but he's more than a dink and dunker, right?
And you are right about that. Great analysis of him because he has evolved as a thrower. Now he can push the ball downfield, but still, the number one things you want to take away, short passes, intermediate passes. So sharp, precise, and accurate, you've got to sit on those routes in order to cause him problems. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef, they want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. James Prochet deep for Baltimore. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. And oh, he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 60 yards for him on the ground in this first quarter. He has been tremendous to start the new year. They'll go back to Edwards on first down. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory, right at the 40. From the gun, Jackson. Forced out to his left. Escapes the defender. Still fighting. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him. And he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Jackson. Yeah, he's got it. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Edwards. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Gus Edwards taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Ravens will add on to their lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And it was polished off by the Gus Edwards touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Here, what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulders square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted. Throw from Carr complete to Renfro. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. Carr going to get this to Drake, and this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. The Raiders try to move quickly, try to get everybody back to the line. Carr completes it. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Again, it's Carr. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. That catch good for only a couple. To throw again on 2nd down. Carr. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. But I think the Raiders are going to be able to hold on to it. Yes. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Now Carr. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. The upright, but it caroms in anyway. With plenty of distance there as he banks it in. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So he needed a little assist from his friend the right upright, but 3 points all the same.
Yeah, he's a right-footed kicker. Normally, you don't mess with the right upright as a right-footed kicker, right? You're trying to bring it back right to left. But in this case, he got the assist. Right was right.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started out in Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Colin Kaepernick, 2 touchdown passes, as his guys are able to get the victory in their season opener. From there, we head up to Kansas City, check on the Chiefs at Arrowhead. And they were losers in that ball game to the visiting Cleveland Browns. Baker Mayfield, 2 touchdown passes, as his guys are able to get the victory in their season opener. Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. And they were winners in their ball game over the visiting Dallas Cowboys. Tom Brady lighting it up. A 500-yard passing day in the victory. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And it's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6. now to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Oh, the return is Prochet. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And even 100 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
They go play action with Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And his throw is incomplete. They were trying to go to Brown once again, and now it's 3rd down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the 1st down marker. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Here's Sam Cook now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Raiders. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a give to Jacobs running right. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Once again, it's Jacobs. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
A third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off hard line.
Another nice decision there by Marcus Peters to go for the football, and he comes down with it yet again. Since coming into the league in 2015, no one has more interceptions than Marcus Peters. He's averaged better than 5 per year.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, they go to Edwards. Able to push his way through. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 127 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
They'll run here with Edwards. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Second and goal from the 1. They'll look to run with Edwards. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Gus Edwards, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Ravens are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their own.
About turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Carr going to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. And the intended receiver that time was Josh Jacobs. 3rd down here. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They go with Jacobs. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff, Edwards. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Buying time to his left. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. He's able to improvise and get the first.
And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with... And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Come on. Gus Edwards with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Ravens are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. So this looking more and more like it is going to be a successful kickoff to their campaign as they add on here.
And partner, you know NFL coaches, they're on the sideline thinking about all the little things that need correcting. But for the most part, they've got to be ecstatic with the way this season has started out.
Tucker with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And now here come the Raiders. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into Week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Carr. Snead's got it. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way. As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Carr, got to have this one. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 2nd down now, it's Edwards shedding through the defense. 168 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
Little work still to do, though. Tucker now to add the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them in plus territory. Excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. Carr now on 1st down. Gets this to Waller. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. To throw his Carr. They'll set up the screen to Drake. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Throwing now is Carr. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the 4th quarter. They begin the drive with Williams. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Oh, and that a very short gain. They do get a first, but short pickups, not what they're looking for.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
Here's Edwards. Nifty move. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. and that got it done in this one.
So for the Ravens, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll return home next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Bye.